everybody, here back on Boxing King Media. I'm joined with the one, the only Joshua Buatsi. Post-fight, Anthony Yarde stops Lyndon Arthur. Instant reactions, bro.
Great fight. He had a good strategy. He stuck to it, man. Have to give it to him. Yeah, he started off fast, and obviously the question is he going to be able to maintain it for 12? Didn't have to. Handled business. What could we say? He handled business.
Do you think they've both Tunde and Yarde answered the critics? Because obviously there was a lot of, criticism with the coaching and stuff. They've answered those critics.
100% they did. They came out. They got the result that they wanted. What else can we say to them?
What do you think of Lyndon? What could he have done different to get a different outcome there?
Sitting out here outside the ring, I could say a whole heap of stuff because it's easy sitting outside the ring. But again, I could just say if I were in there, I would go about it differently. But I'm sure him and his uncle and his team will sit down and come up with a different plan if there's a third fight. But it was Yarde's night tonight.
Now, I can't lie, while the fight was on, every now and then I would just look over to you, see what you're looking at, see how you're examining it. Because for me, you against Yarde is one of the biggest fights in Britain right now. Is that the one you're going to be chasing now?
I'm chasing all of it, man. We all want to fight each other, that's the thing.
Dan just said the same thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't sit here and be like, oh, this guy's avoiding me or that guy's avoiding me. I think the reality is none of us are avoiding each other. It's just a bit more political and stuff like that, but there's a good buzz in the light heavy division in the world, but also nationally. So if we can all get in with each other, we'll be good.
If Lyndon steps in there as well, good shot for him to have a pop at you if he wants to fight?
All of them. I don't need to pinpoint any names. All of them, man. Top 10. We're all good fighters. Let's get in. Let's mix it up.
What's your plans for 2022? Obviously, you had a victory. What's the plan going into 2022?
Keep winning and get a world title, man. Like we heard Eddie say, one more fight than a world title. Like I said, I'll fight any of these guys. I'll fight anyone. Tell me what the price is. Tell me what the reward is. We know what the reward is. It's a world title. If it's that, then let's go. Let's make it happen.
Now, with Yarde winning tonight, they're going to ask the same question as I've asked 100 times. What happens when you step into the ring with Anthony Yarde?
I win. I'm never.
How?
I win. I do anything I've got to do to win. If I have to box, I box. Yeah. If I have to fight, I fight. But the result remains the same. I did a poll on Instagram the other day. Someone was like, "What comes into your mind when the bell rings? What's the first thing?" I'm like, "Win." Be whatever you need to be to win. Hold to win. Punch to win. Do whatever on earth you have to do. But the goal is to win, man. So, but let's drop back to Yarde. It was his night tonight. He handled business.
Another great performance we saw from Hamza Shiraz. He came out from what he looked like he was struggling a little bit with Bradley Skeet, but he went into fight mode and got the win. What did you think of his performance?
He boxed well. I think Bradley Skeet boxed exceptionally very well. Him putting Skeet down the first time, we need to say, was Skeet on the floor and he was hit, then we know that's illegal. He got up, I would say he didn't recover from that, got into an exchange, didn't come out on the winning side of it, but the other guy won. He won, so a win's a win, do you know what I mean? So we have to give credit to him, but Bradley Skeet came out and proved a lot of us wrong. He came out, he boxed, he looked comfortable, he looked good. I liked some of what he was doing, so again, I'm not an expert at boxing, but from the little that I saw...
You are an expert at boxing, come on.
No, I do boxing, but I'm not going to say I'm an expert at it, but no, he boxed well for the early rounds.
My final question is one of the hotter topics in boxing right now, by your good friend Anthony Joshua. The heavyweight scene always on fire as it is, but there's a potential saying that AJ may step aside to make that Fury-Usyk unification fight, talking about millions on the table. Now, if you were in such situations, what do you do?
Hard to say, because I'm not in it, you feel me? I think a lot of times we can always say what we would do if this and that and that, but I'm not in it. What's Joshua going to do? I don't know. We have to find the man ourselves, yourself, and ask him. But whatever decision he makes, it will be the right one for him. That's all I can say about it.
As a friend, would you like to see him back in against Usyk?
100%. I'd like to see him be heavyweight champion again, and I think he will be, so it's just a matter of time.
Jay, we always appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Good to see you, man.